I minimized. I minimized all of like the stuff, and I didn't even read them. I just saw these little boxes, and I just started clicking on them, just so I didn't see like the full context. So don't worry, I don't know everything. I'm just kind of browsing.
So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Everybody ready to go start recording?
Yeah, I did like 30 seconds ago. We're fine.
Great. So, last week, our party wrapped up a morning after of some chaotic, if not always very intense action, some investigation, and went to space. I know we technically started the campaign in space, but it's always a little bit special the first time the party just lifts off from a planet and goes to space. And you were kind of idling in orbit of the planet, monitoring the tracking device you placed in a box truck to see where it went. You were monitoring for better part of like 9 to 10 hours, and then received a call, and shifting orbits a couple of times in the process to keep in, above the horizon for your tracker. And then you received a call from Mordecai Rogers, the local office bureaucrat of sorts of the Finesman's Guild, the bounty hunting association that has, sponsored your warrant. And they he said that he had someone in his office who claimed to have valuable information, but you would want to come in and get that information in person. And he described the person with information as some sort of bird creature
with a weird name.
Yes, with a name that I can't pronounce. He asked for their name, and he said, well, I can't pronounce it, but they say it translates as needle. And the party agreed that it would be worthwhile to head back to the station and see what Needle had to say. So, give me a quick ship handling check, Captain.
Damn.
Yes, it's absolutely reflective of racism that he doesn't have appropriately shaped mouth parts.
How dare you not have mandibles?
All right, so you have already rolled for the changing of orbits business, and now you smoothly pull alongside the station and dock. For this temporary and quick visit, you're not going to be charged more than the nominal fee. And who's going aboard the station?
I want to meet
with the captain.
I want to meet the new character, so I'm going.
All right.
Oh, I should switch images because she's gearing up lately.
Be a good opportunity to stock up on some equipment that you might have been missing out on in our previous escapades as well.
Such as?
I don't know. You forgot it, not me.
Yeah, I sure did.
So, you head ashore. Sirlas opts to stay with the ship then. Will you two take care of what you've got here on the station? And you make your way fairly quickly now. It's your second trip. Back to the office of Feinsman's Guild. And let me describe for all present sort of what this looks like. So the station shows clear signs of being originally built by Variga. It's got this very like white and silver or stainless steel kind of color scheme. Lighting is that sort of slightly blue fluorescent color. The office has some like cloth, like I wouldn't go so far necessarily as to call them tapestries, but like wall hangings, just to kind of cover up all the hard, flat, echoey wall. And it looks like it might be, it's basically just an office with a computer and a desk and a chair behind it, and then a couple of chairs for other people to sit in while they're speaking to or waiting for whoever works here, and then a locked door at the back of the office. Mordecai is a human, not elderly, but his thick, heavy mustache is thoroughly specked with gray. He's going bald. He's currently got... So, Neil, you have been waiting here a couple of hours for these folks to arrive at the station. And so you have been... I don't know if sitting on or in a chair is practical for something shaped like you.
It depends on the
how would you sit to
back
wait?
it has.
Well, all the chairs are pushed up against the wall. They do have a little hole, an open lower back. So if you pull one out from the wall, you could fit your tail through it.
Alrighty.
What was that one picture that you showed?
They're very stereotypical, like waiting room lobby chairs.
Well, then I'll be sitting in one with it slightly pulled away from the wall.
And another question: when you sit in a chair, do you perch sort of like a bird with your legs tucked under you, or because I keep using this because birds are the only raptor-like creatures that are still around, or do you sit with your legs out in front of you?
At the moment, I'm sitting with my legs crossed in front of me.
Okay. So you come in,
Look at the snoot.
and
I want to boop the snoot.
there's they have a large backpack of sort of a backpack with an extra carry strap, and a couple of long, backpack with a carry strap sitting on the floor next to them, and lashed across that are to the outside of it. There's a long rifle-like thing. If we're looking at a science fiction comparison, you might consider like a Tusken Raiders rifle from Star Wars, or the Mandalorian's rifle.
Nice.
Like very long barrel. And if you're looking for a real world comparison, you might consider something like an Afghan Jazale, one of those funky, like, flintlock, super long barrel, weird looking, like weirdly shaped stock. It's something along that general
Like a
aesthetic.
very petite
But
frame kind of gun.
well, yes, but like it is in fact intended for something that's no taller than maybe 4.5 feet. But it's not a mini gun. It's long. It's light. Like, not. It has the look of a hunting or a sniping rifle.
Sure.
But it's you look at the, as you compare, you, the Gauss weapon user there, Livia,
Yo.
kind of mentally compare the muzzle size on that thing to yours and think that that's got to pack a bit of a wallop. And then a large, it's a rod shaped about the general length, and looks like about the general heft of like a heavy maglite flashlight, one of those big 2 or 3 handed things that you'd sometimes find in older houses. Just a big old thing. Those strapped to the outside of this pack. Mordecai is sitting behind his desk, either busy but a little distracted, or just trying to look busy. It's hard to tell. He gets up immediately when you enter. Ah, good. Captain, you came to talk to Needle here, yes?
I look over and I tip my hat to the burb. Pleasure to meet you. And that's after shaking Mordecai's hand.
All right. With that, go ahead. Needle, how do you respond?
Sorry about that one.
You're good.
Needle will stand up, walking over to Lex, and then holding out a paw to shake his hand.
I need a frame of reference. What is Needle's like size? Like, Lex is just like a regular dude.
She's sorry, I have to do the mental math on this.
You said something to the
It's okay.
effect of like 5 feet. Or 4.5 or something, right?
So the general
she's
range of the race
more or
is between. Nope, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead,
she's
Ebony,
more or
and then
less
I'll say the
4.8
things.
feet.
What is 1.17 meters?
E.
1 meter is roughly 3 feet.
A meter
So
and a
20.
yard are very small.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the general height range of the race is as basically like 3.5, 5 feet. They're also longer than they are tall because they have these long, straight tails. But
Okay. So my hand when I go to shake her hand is not going to like completely engulf her like upper arm or whatever.
No, she's not that
Okay.
tiny.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like visualize. But yeah, so I'll shake the,
diminutive, but not
yeah.
toy-like.
So yeah,
Yeah.
give her a shake. So you've got something. Said you know something about Mr. Orlando Navarro.
Yes, I've been I do know information about him, yes.
Well, what do you got for me?
Well, before I join you, tell you I want to join you. I have a personal investment in finding him, and I need to I want to join you. Yes.
So you've got a personal stake in apprehending him. Is this going to interfere with my bounty?
Nope. I have my interest in him has nothing to do with your bounty, no.
So we're still split in 3 ways.
Captain, if someone would like, you can give me a detect lies check.
Don't think I even have that. Oh, I do.
Yes, you do.
I forgot. It's been a whole week since we've played. Oh, damn. Success by 0. 12 on 12.
All right.
It's appropriate because I was just about to say that Lex will look over to Livia to see, just to kind of gauge her reaction.
I'm getting a general read on the creature, because...
Okay.
The creature.
Now, let me negotiate this just a little bit. So, Ebony. So that's a success by 0 on Livia's attempt. Essentially an insight check. So, would you mind relating? Does Livia believe you're being truthful? Does Livia believe you're not? Does Livia think there's something you're hiding? Or, what does Livia learn?
Well, just thinking of how to word it.
No, yeah, take your time.
Well, the Avali is definitely nervous and a bit odd in her mannerisms. She does seem to be telling the truth. Even if she's not telling exactly why she's invested in finding him.
And the captain's last question was, so the bounty will still be split 3 ways, and I believe you also heard a yes to that from Needle.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering if I'm recalling what was said correctly. So that's where we are. Who wants to take it from there?
Livia has a kind of... I don't know what I would describe her demeanor. She's got this piercing gaze, right? In that she's kind of getting a read of like equipment, skill set, like what is this person capable of? But she sees the rifle, so she knows somebody walking around with a rail gun probably knows how to use it. But yeah, I mean, she looks a little spooky. I mean, you've seen what she looks like. You know, this is kind of her. But she's chill. She's just kind of watching the interaction, getting information.
Okay, so generally speaking, I don't see like Livia tensing up. Don't see any, like fry eyes.
Nah, it's just definitely giving her an up down. Looking at art, looking.
back
Oh, that's
at,
the other thing you would notice that I forgot to mention. That there is a small visible external bit of cybernetics on so I'm gonna ask, is this so for your cybernetic implant needle, there's the internal component that does the cooling. there's also got to be an external component to radiate away the heat. Where is that component at?
Where's your exhaust port?
Not an exhaust port
Literally.
exactly, but like a vent, like a laptop fan vent, or that kind of thing.
I would say it would probably be on her back, definitely.
Okay, so she's got there's this ever so faint little whirring noise, smooth fan, and a little thing with a blinking light that's blinking green in the middle of her back as well. It's like a little bit of visible cybernetics.
All right, so Lex will turn back and just kind of shrugs and says, "Well, there's plenty of room on the ship, and I don't mind splitting the take as long as
I do.
everybody pulls their weight.
Livia says under
No,
her
it's my
breath.
job. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of opportunities."
I'll be happy to help on the ship as long as I get what I want. I'm willing to do whatever is needed of me.
Very good.
Mhm.
So other than
Well
handling
then,
that weapon,
are
what
you
else can
gonna-
you do?
At this point, Mordecai, almost kind of right at the same time as Lex, speaks up. Well then, are you heading on back to your ship to discuss this? Is there anything I should know, or?
I'll kind of fill him in on like the sort of like what's going on with Yasith Khan and the truck that the citations or whatever, and that we're following that as a lead.
Interesting.
So that
Wait a
that
minute.
we
Don't. You start to describe some of this. As someone he raised a hand, like, hold on a minute there. There's a lot you ain't told me, but I'm getting a real sense that some of this information might not have been come to by strictly above board means. So, just for the sake of professional standards,
Shut the fuck up.
why don't you just keep your secrets and we carry on?
Good man. Good man.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, you all have some good luck, and I'll hope to hear from you soon to check the sign for your warrant and arrange for transportation for your prisoner. All right. With that, you folks head on back. You lead this needle back to your ship. And on the way, you can go ahead and talk about what she's good at.
Okay, I could probably introduce myself.
Mm-hmm. That would also be wise.
Yeah.
Go ahead, pull it out.
Yeah. Without saying much, she says Livia, Pam's daughter. For what it's worth, depending on how much your character knows, she does have like a vague Norwegian accent, a little faded. She hadn't been to her like home country or home planet in some time, but it's a little there. So the language that we're speaking now is not her first language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she introduces herself and she is what she is.
She's taller than the captain.
No, they're about the same height.
I'm 6'3".
Oh.
Oh yeah, we are. Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Cat said he was quote unquote just a regular dude, but 6'3" is a little taller than that.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, okay. What else?
Olivia wants to know what her like military or combat training is involved in.
Well, I've never had any military experience, but I've hunted plenty of not livestock, wild animals before. Yeah.
Literally a higher gun skill than I do. I am ashamed. No, wait, no, it's equal. Okay, whew. Wipe sweat off brow. I was about to get shown up by a 3 foot tall. To be clear, they do have 15 more skill points spent in their skill set than we do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They have minimal cybernetics compared to you.
True.
Yeah, she only has, as far as you can tell, only the something related to that event in her back.
I'm almost calling her a volley. If Needle's like trudging behind us, you can probably notice she's got like a little chip slot in the back of her neck, kind of like behind one of her ears, which would be visible from your angle easy enough. It's not a hidden
Like
thing.
an SD. Like a micro SD card slot.
Yeah. Like a USB drive in the back of her ear. It's not a hidden thing. It's pretty common for people that want to do something specific. I won't get into that until you actually see her do it.
At least in her culture. Yeah. I would say you look at her and like definitely she has abnormal looking eyes, and her skin looks looks not plastic, but oddly I want to say a little bit stiff, like just slightly off somehow, like that subdermal armor layer. Yeah. And then there's the captain, who's like Darth Vader levels of cyborged.
Yeah,
Almost.
faceplate, jawline, and ear caps. Chest, arms are covered up by his leather jacket, but I don't know how sensitive Needle's hearing is, but she might hear
that.
She might hear faint whispering of servos.
It's pretty high. She's got 16 hearing.
Yeah, she can hear the fact that between hearing and seeing, you get the distinct impression that most everything above about like the bottom of the rib cage on the captain is cybernetic.
Needle's like,
and not as elegant or well built as your relatively basic cybernetics either. This looks like this is a real pile of ironworks here.
A lot more rudimentary, yeah.
It is rudimentary brutalist, even, I think we could use.
Yeah, about the only thing up top that isn't fully cybernetic is like his neck and throat, but even that is kind of like, in theory, like protected by cybernetics jutting out of other places.
I'm trying to find a good shot of her eyes, and I don't quite have one. I guess this, if you If you see her down the ship's hallway in low light conditions, you'll probably see something like this emerging from the armory.
You also have, I should note, at least once while you're walking along the ship, Livia, seemingly completely oblivious to the fact that she's doing it, reaches up and pops out one of her eyeballs and kind of spins it a bit between her fingers before snapping it back in.
Every now and then.
Which is,
Watch this with certainly surprise and some disgust.
That's the correct response.
that is literally the exact response fans calls for.
It's funny. It's funny that that's brought up because I was just about to say that you might also spot Lex fiddling with an unlit cigarillo. Like he'll mess with it in his fingers and then put it in his mouth like he's about to light it up, and then like quickly takes it out like he thinks better of it while he's on the station.
As you lot are kind of eyeing each other up, talking just a little bit about your combat skills. It's not a long walk back to the ring of the station where you're stopped, and so you head back and board the ship.
Be right back.
So I want to assume then the captain heads for the bridge to try and get your personal information added to the ship's log, so you have admittance to the ship. You are met very quickly by the third member of the crew. This is a ship folk. Her skin is kind of at the light end, the pale end of shipfolk's blue, purple colored skin, so sort of almost a robin's egg blue, with a no, she has no hair. They have kind of a flat, like not flat nose with slit nostrils instead of more human-like nose, and they are digitigrade, walking with only the balls of their feet and toes on the ground. You know what digitigrade means.
Toe bean.
Yeah.
I'm saying it more for the benefit of the audience. She is wearing a what's kind of the common garb for folks. Her skin suit with her helmet hanging at her belt, and is kind of wiping down her hands as if she's just come from working. The other thing you notice is that her skin suit is marked with Vargan military, specifically Vargan Navy insignia, indicating that she's former, like a Vargan military veteran. I assume this is the new crew member or passenger that the captain notified me of, she says to Livia.
Yeah, seems like she wants to come on board and help us with our mission without taking a cut of the bounty.
All right. Interesting. This way. What is your name?
My name is Needle. I'll translate it
Very
to your
good.
language at least.
Now, can you say the player? Can you say the actual name that you intend for your character to have?
I do not have one yet. No. So.
Okay.
Very good. Captain, with your permission, I will find them a stateroom and get them situated?
Sure thing.
I assume we intend to leave the station and return to orbit? Yes?
What do we?
That is correct.
What do we need to leave orbit for?
Very good. Don't need to leave orbit for anything, but dock to the station. If you stay there for too long, you'll get charged extra fees, and the captain is running out of money.
Okay. Okay.
So she's asking, are you intending to leave the station and return to orbit?
Yeah.
And so he takes, quickly walks Needle down a passageway and around a corner and such, and gets you situated with a cabin large enough to house 2 people in reasonable comfort. It's quite comfortable for just one person, especially one person who is a bit on the small side. The ship doesn't currently have any regulations against keeping your weapons in your personal quarters, so you're good to go there. I think you do have, you have your skin suit, so you've got emergency vacuum suit already taken care of. She points out to you the battery, the power cell charging station, and gives you just a quick rundown of the layout of the upper deck here, the cabin spaces. So we'll have some idea of where to go to find things, and then says, once you've finished getting yourself situated here, if you wouldn't mind coming to find the rest of us either on the bridge or in the cruise lounge, that would be excellent, as I'm sure there are some questions to be asked.
All right, I'll get packed and come find one of you.
All right.
Alrighty.
Very good. So, some 15 to 30 minutes later, Captain, give me another quick ship handling check.
Maybe he's gonna dress down for when she's on the ship. So you'll see more of this entity if you're watching my shared screen.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, Captain, you are able to catch an easy moment to put your ship back in orbit and in a nice high orbit where you should have good exposure to your tracker location at any point that you want to try and ping it again.
I think I do want to do that first thing, is I settle into orbit.
Go park. At the same place you last saw it. A copper mine. All right. Now,
And how long has it been?
It's
at
about-
this point?
how long has it
A
been?
few hours.
How long has it been? Probably close to 6 hours in that spot.
And
Yeah.
I want to cross-reference something here. We still have the records of those citations, right?
Mhm.
I want to look at some of the I want to look for like citations of like duplicate instances of like the same trucks? And like
Sure. So, as a case in point, the truck that you're looking at, that you're tracking right now, has 3 separate citations.
what are the intervals of these citations? Like how far apart are they?
Give me a quick computer operations check.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, what is the frequency? Well, any one vehicle, usually somewhere on the 2 to 3 week kind of range. But there seems to be a vehicle like this picked up almost every week.
Okay. So we're not necessarily looking at like multiple citations in a day.
No, never. You can't find a single day in which multiple vehicles are cited.
Is there any pattern to these citations? Like, is there any like regularity?
There
That might
might
indicate
be,
like a schedule.
but you'd need someone who is a better researcher or had some points in some level of mathematics
Oh no.
to try and help you pick out the frequency, because the issue you're looking at here is traffic police is probably not getting every improperly licensed truck driving into the city for this.
Okay, I might be barking up the wrong tree. So
you've got some. You think there's, as you look at it, you think there is some sort of regular pattern here, but there's enough missing data that
I don't
because
really
you
have the
don't
skill
know
to
all
extrapolate.
you don't know all the data of the trucks, and you don't have the skills to effectively extrapolate. So you need either someone with points in research or someone with points in mathematics.
Beep boop. Needle has
Now,
research.
hold on. Let the players the beans on that one.
Okay.
As you are waiting on the bridge, Livia sort of drifts in, Cyrilos returns, and after about, and everybody's kind of pooling on the bridge waiting, and after about 25 minutes or so, probably, Needle comes up to the bridge and enters. I would say Livia or Cyrilos are probably the first to notice, as the captain is, kind of leaning over a computer terminal, looking at data and shaking his head. And probably, are you by chance smoking at the moment, Captain?
Am I? I probably have a cigarette burn about halfway down at this point.
All right. So, you come onto the bridge then, Needle. Cyrilos is the way the bridge is laid out. There's a set of 8 control stations in front of the big bridge window, and then a pair of seats with control stations back from that. And Olivia has sort of set themselves up in a corner with like a folding chair, and
Playing video games.
Lex Yeah, they just sort of happen to be there. The let's see, Cyrulos is seated at the leftmost forward, bow control station, and is clearly doing something work related. And the captain is seated on what's clearly the captain's chair, one of the two aft chamber table. Sort of, picture a little bit of a like Commander Riker or or Captain Kirk, or I guess Captain Sisko, sort of a seated, sort of slouched or sprawled in the chair with what's probably a scowl on his metal face, with a with a cigarillo burned about halfway down, dangling between a pair of his between two fingers, and there you be. Every now and then, you notice, as you enter, you notice Cyrulos kind of glancing over her shoulder and directing a very unhappy look at the smoke, the lit smoking implement. What do you do? Or does Livia speak first?
Oh, she's on her wrist, on her little tiny laptop, and she went, "Oh bullshit!" She got headshot in a video game.
She's whispering, yelling, "Shut up! You don't even know my mom."
Yeah, she's kind of minding her own business because she's not an investigator. She can't extrapolate the information that he's reading. So Livia's just here.
I mean, I haven't even really given voice yet to what I'm even doing.
Yeah, but she couldn't help, is my point, if she wanted to.
Yeah.
Anyway, Needle.
But
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, if no one is acknowledging her,
Cyrulos gives you like a
presence-
little nod, but doesn't say anything else.
All right.
Should I roll to see how engrossed I am if I even notice Needle coming in?
Yes, actually, give me a vision check, and a hearing check, because we will see how long and awkwardly Needle ends up waiting, I guess. Well, that's a failed vision check. Okay, so you hear, then you actually, you hear the door to the bridge open and footsteps as someone who's got to be Needle enters, because everyone else is on the bridge already. So yeah, you're aware when she enters.
All right. So at this point, I kind of just say aloud to any who is paying attention that I'm trying to find any patterns in these traffic citations to see if we can possibly extrapolate a driving schedule, is essentially what I'm trying to figure out. Because this truck has been parked at this location for 6 hours, and it makes me a little bit nervous. I want to see if I'm getting nervous in the sense that maybe they found the tracker and they've stashed it somewhere to throw us off.
Or it's parking at a holding facility to get loaded up.
Well, yeah.
Cyrulos
That's the other option.
looks up and asks, "Captain, if I recall correctly from what you shared earlier, this Needle, this young lady Needle, has some sort of clues for us? Have we heard what they are yet?"
Nope.
That's when I look away from the console. You're right. Hey, what you got for us, Needle?
Well, I don't have anything on the trucks that you're looking into, but I am curious to hear what information you already have. I don't know what I know that you already know.
Well, what?
Cyrulos
Ooh.
looks around and decides to help succinctly sum things up for her crew. Right. We know that Orlando Navarro recently arrived here on planet. He is closely involved with a local criminal kingpin who goes by the name Yaseth Khan. Yaseth Khan's operation seems to prominently feature the smuggling of antiquities, historic artifacts or art pieces of some sort, valuable small items off of the planet to somewhere else in the star system. Where he gets his money out of this, we don't know yet, but things seem to gather from around the planet surface into the city with the starport down below, Yakutsk City, and then be taken into space to to the innermost planet in the star system, and what happens from there, we don't know. Currently, we have a tracker on one of the vehicles used in the smuggling operation, and we're hoping that we can find Orlando Navarro back at that end of the operation. We don't know either way, though.
I'm guessing
know-
you're
yeah.
specifically investigating a certain art theft, or just
Yes.
him in general.
Not so much the art theft, although that's a thing, and there is an additional bounty that has been offered, I understand, by the heirs to the original victim for recovery of the art, but what actually generated our warrant is the murder charges against Orlando Navarro for multiple killings over the course of the night when the art piece was stolen.
It's actually multiple art pieces, not just one. It is 5 in total. I don't remember exactly what all of the pieces are. I was there when Orlando was eyeing up the art, though, and when he stole it. He mentioned a person named the snake. I assume the snake person is the kingpin that he is working for.
Well, we haven't heard Yaseth Khan referred to as the snake yet. Might be a
Well,
third
then
party that's connected.
it might be, yes.
So you
So
were
you're saying that he stole the art piece because of some agreement with Yaseth Khan?
I do not know if this snake is Yasif Khan. It is just speculation.
He stole this piece of art not for himself, because someone else.
Yeah, yes, it seems he was hired to steal it for someone else.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
now above table. I've been referring to this theft as like archaeological artifacts. Did I misunderstand when we were first getting this information?
No,
No.
you did not misunderstand.
Okay.
You
It-
understood correctly.
both.
They are
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
When you
art
walk-
pieces that are
Just-
also archaeological artifacts. They can be
Yeah.
both.
It's archaeological when
Witness
it's
the
still in the
British
country
Museum.
of origin. Yeah, I was gonna say it's archaeology when it's still in the country of origin. It's art when it's in somebody else's museum.
I don't know. I would say the British Museum considers it both archaeology and art.
I would consider it theft.
Yeah, same.
I mean, so do they sometimes, but there's an awful lot of it.
All right, so I got something else
To
to
the
add
credit
to
of
my
that
notes.
institution, which genuinely does do a lot of good historical work.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just the way they've obtained some
Oh, yes.
of that historical
Oh, yes.
work is dubious.
Outright, yes, massive bouts of outright burglary. But the folks who have it now at the same institution do good work, even as they and everybody else in the country pokes fun at how they got hold of all this stuff. Anyway,
So now we know.
to confirm,
Yeah, so
it's a
we know.
collection of artifacts, right? It's a collection of artifacts that he took.
That he was contracted by the snake to acquire.
We don't know what the snake was paying him, or how the snake, or how the snake was paying him. We don't know who the snake is, for sure.
We know
But-
that he squandered his. We know that he squandered his own personal wealth to acquire this collection.
No, so not quite. So he squandered his own personal wealth to acquire. Well, he had a different piece of art antiquity, which is not one of the ones that was in this collection.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
We've
Flipped.
already
But
confirmed
yes.
that. He lost that. He squandered what was left of it, trying to get it back, and kind of disappeared. After a little while disappeared, he sort of explosively reemerged by stealing a piece known as, what is it, the Grand Frontier, I believe is the name of the piece, right, Needle? Which is the collection?
Yep.
The Grand or the
Alright.
Great Frontier, which is a collection, as you're finding out, not just one piece of art. And committing multiple murders, including of the owner of this collection, in the process.
How does this information help us find him?
It gives you some information. So it's zero loss answers. It gives us some information about motive, which, assuming that we don't find him going this direction, back to wherever Yaseth Khan is sourcing his antiquities here on the planet, helps us know where to look when we go the other way after the antiquities leave the planet. And it tells us that Orlando Navarro is conducting activities for hire. It doesn't tell us anything that we didn't already know about where he might physically be at this moment, but assuming we can't just follow him by following the line of breadcrumbs that we're on at the moment, it gives us clues to what his intentions might be that we could use to try and track him again.
Alright.
Also, Needle, you say that you've seen the collection that he stole, yes?
Yes, I did.
So that's something else you can tell us. That this tells us, which is he stole these items. If they turn up at some point in the future, they can be a trail back to the snake. You just have to trace who bought them from whom, that can take us to the person who hired him,
Ooh.
who will probably be worth more than just the person who actually pulled the trigger if we've got some sort of proof of the relationship.
I could
While we're
potentially.
discussing
That
this,
could
I'm gonna,
potentially be a very large payday.
yeah, and while we're discussing this, I'm gonna send a little text to Mordecai, ask him if he's ever heard of this.
Heard of what?
The snake.
The snake.
Okay. All right. He replies back.
What have you got yourself
Eventually,
into
he's
now?
gonna reply back. He's gonna reply back. But first, you guys, let's see. You're gonna be waiting a bit for him. Cyrulas kind of moves the question forward as we're sort of stuck at a lull. What sorts of let's think about this in the practical sense as well. Your information is useful, but your skills could also be helpful to us, Needle. What sorts of ways can you help us as a crew member on board Demavka? As a bounty hunter? Or investigator? What sorts of skills do you have to share with us?
Well, I have been spending a good portion of my life in tracking down certain things and whatnot. I can certainly help with investigation. I have many useful survival skills. I was a hunter in a past life. I
Past life.
know how. Obviously, I know how to use my rifle. I am.
Are you a researcher by chance?
Of sorts, yes.
Captain, were you looking for someone who could help you with a research project just now?
Maybe. I might be barking up the wrong tree, but yeah, if you've got some math or research skills that you could apply to maybe trying to find a pattern in these traffic citations, that would be helpful. Maybe.
I can always take a look. A fresh pair of eyes never hurts. I suppose.
I also have a thought.
Remarkable.
Ouch.
Don't
share.
short circuit now.
So, do we know how long ago this art was stolen? Like, when did this happen?
Yes.
So, like, has he offloaded it yet?
It was not stolen long ago. Depending on how fast a ship he was able to take to get out here, like,
Okay.
well, you have some sense of when he arrived. And he arrived on this planet not long ago, and as far as you can tell, he seems to have essentially, like, gone straight from the theft to here. If he stopped and sold something,
Alright.
he was able to do it while in transit.
My idea doesn't work out then, because I was gonna, like, hack into some shit and see if some of them popped up. But if there, I would be chasing ghosts if he hadn't gotten around to offloading it yet.
I should also mention that, in addition to the significant bounty on this person, like the significant payout for bringing him in alive and fit to stand trial, there is a privately posted posted bounty, a reward, which this is another detail that Needle has been able to give you that I forgot to put in the notes, which is that since you took the warrant, the heirs to the collection of which the set of things that were stolen, the heirs to that collection and that fortune, have put forward a reward for the return of the items in the collection of 100,000 marks
Ooh.
for each of the 6 items in the collection, or 1 million for the collection as a whole. Each item must be undamaged to be worth the full bounty.
Sheesh. Maybe we will cut Needle in. See? Livy's not so heartless.
Once
Are
you
you
have your
sure
own
it's
small
not-
fortune, you're willing to share a bit.
I suppose.
All right. So, Captain, did you have some research that you wanted help with done?
That's what it was. Truck
Ah,
citation.
yeah. The reason he's saying is nobody else knew exactly what you were working on, other than that you weren't liking what you found. So, Needle, would you go ahead and give us a research roll? So, when I ask for you to make a roll in GURPS, you're gonna go ahead. Instead of telling you that it's you're rolling, a DC 15 check or something. Instead of you rolling and saying, "I got X number," instead, I'm going to ask you to roll and tell me by how much you succeeded or failed. Okay?
You're basically
Alright.
rolling against your skill number.
Yeah,
So you got
I
3D.
know that much.
Right. So you're going to roll 3d6. Use the roll command here in the server to do that.
I
All right.
Succeeded by 2.
Nice.
Great. Perfect. So you have a 12 research. Great. That's terrific. This means that this is the easiest that my work has ever been trying to explain how a successful works in GURPS.
He's calling me and my
Alright.
brother dumb
So-
as fuck.
I will
mean,
say,
It was also
Each
explained
evidence
quite a
was the-
bit before we got in.
Fair.
but it was also explained quite a bit to them both. Ebony has been the easiest person I have ever taught how to use GURPS, how to build a character, how do anything with this. It has been a real pleasure how well this has gone so far.
Jesus, we get
I
it
mean, to be
already.
fair, with the character building thing, it
Hey.
did help that it is exactly like Zomboid.
Ah!
Okay, teacher's pet.
Hey, when you consider some of the people I have taught, including someone who can barely add, and that's not talking about Dib here either.
Oh.
Like, one of the first people I taught could barely add. He had to switch which kind of dice he was using because it would take him 15 seconds to figure out what he'd rolled. So compared to some of that, it was wonderful having someone who just got it. Anyway, now that I'm done gushing about that and shining up one of my players, success by 2. Okay. So what the captain's showing you, Needle, is some traffic citations issued to improperly licensed box trucks heading in and out of the main city here that, as he relates to you, they believe are part of the smuggling operation and the means by which artifacts are brought into the city to the casino, the Jack of Hearts, which is Yasif Khan's kind of base of operations, to eventually be smuggled off-world. And he's trying to figure out if there's some kind of predictable schedule to how frequently these trucks are coming and going, based on how often the police have, traffic police in Yakutsk City have pulled them over for not being properly licensed vehicles. Because to have a vehicle like this licensed in the city, it has to be associated with an actual business. And to be useful as these smuggling trucks, they're not actually associated with a business. So anyway, you're looking through that. With success by 2, you figure it's likely that... Okay, it seems like there are multiple routes being covered by trucks. And the same truck is only ever working a single route. So these trucks seem to be coming and going somewhat regularly. You figure there's probably 2 different trucks servicing each route. And there looks like there might be either 3 or possibly 7 different routes. So there's 1 or 2 trucks that are hard to predict. So basically, you think that each truck is showing up in the city about once a week. They're staying in the city for a day or 2, and then driving back out. The one that you folks have been following, that the crew has been tracking, that one was about half a day, a little less than, getting from the city to where it's parked right now. So you would estimate that it'll probably stay there for another 2 days or so total, before they drive back again. Maybe a little less.
All right.
The needle passes that information along. Lex, what do you, does that you have some kind of data to go with your question or concern? What do folks want to do now? Nope, go ahead.
I was gonna RP out saying all of that.
Yeah, then do it. Do it, by all means. Sorry, I'm used to working with some folks who sometimes don't just instinctively do that.
It's like
Oh,
me
it's
when
fine.
In all campaigns.
It's like me when he says something and I just go, I say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well,
RP it out.
Needle points out that the license plates on the trucks is like, well, seems to be only 2 trucks that are running multiple routes, but it seems while they have multiple routes,
So 2 trucks, multiple routes.
yeah, I was.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
And while they have multiple routes, they never follow the same routes the other truck does. You see how Needle will start pointing at the locations of the stops for one of the trucks and points out and goes, see how all of these are on the same couple of locations, and then how we'll point to the other truck. These are all in different locations, and they never intersect. So
Basically, you're, I'm gonna help explain a little bit the data, because I didn't do a good job explaining to Livia Needle what she knows. So, you have knowledge of these trucks arriving in the city. Most of them arriving in this city. It seems like the police aren't picking them up every time, obviously. But different trucks are in the city at different frequencies. So there's a couple of them that are in about every 7 days. There's a couple that are in every 8 days. There's a couple that are there every 12 days.
okay,
And so she points out, these ones are here at about this frequency, and then these ones are here at about this frequency, and these, 4 or 5, all seem to have a very similar, different frequency. And so I think it looks like there's 2 of them per, 2 trucks per destination that they're going to. Which probably means there's this many total destinations, and you can probably expect a specific truck that you know exactly where it's at will be where it
yeah, I
is
got that
for
part.
a
The
couple
other
more days.
information
Right.
is right. Misunderstood. Okay. Anyways,
No, you're good.
well, she will then point to the truck that they have been tracking. It's like, "Well, this one, where it will be from the frequency of the trucks. It seems it will be there for a couple more days, give or take."
We don't really have a lot to go on as to whether or not this particular truck and its route is going to connect us to Mr. Navarro.
I thought we
That
were.
said, if it's going to be there a couple of days, we could always investigate that facility.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought we were going to go there and snoop around, but we've been talking about trucks for 45 minutes. So
Fair.
I thought the mine was our destination.
Clearly, Livia is very objective oriented. What about you, Siru?
I think that we're not going to find out anymore until we go there and look. So
Thank you.
Boots on the
I
ground it is.
recommend we get moving.
Sounds good to me. And how far out, above table, how far out is this mine from the city?
You've already determined that, like, by truck, it was like almost a 10-hour drive.
So this location is
No,
theoretically...
it was actually closer to a 12 or 13-hour drive.
Okay. So theoretically, this facility is remote enough that I could land somewhere for free.
That's exactly.
Yes,
That's what
there's
I was going to
definitely-
bring that up.
As you look at a map, or at the orbital picture of the planet that you've been able to build just by orbiting it for a while, you absolutely could find a clearing. So this is a copper mine in the woods, like in a cleared area in the woods, in a rugged area, and you absolutely could try and find a clearing or make one and put the ship down there and walk the rest of the way.
All right, let's do that.
All right. Very good. Give me a piloting check. also, what's your piloting skill?
11.
11. Okay. So as you start to handle the ship, Needle, you get a distinct sense that you are much better at this than he is.
Damn.
Jesus.
He's doing all right.
Oh yeah. What do you want to do?
You're turning the knob wrong.
Needle will go up to the chair where he's at, watching his piloting skills, and just quietly asking, "How long have you been piloting a ship?"
I'd like to think. I'd like to think that this bridge has like a co-pilot seat.
So basically, the captain's helm, the captain's chair can operate any of the controls, can function as any control station. But there is also a pilot and co-pilot dedicated control station up under the bow window.
Okay. Well, I don't answer. I don't answer, but I gesture to the co-pilot seat. And I know where I'm spending my next 6 points.
What? Piloting? You could spend it on gunner. You could spend it on gunner beams, so we had somebody else who could use guns, but... Go ahead and give me a piloting check.
Huh?
Give me a piloting check, Needle.
Alrighty. I succeed by 4.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
All right. So Needle is certifiably a good pilot. Like she could have that as a job.
She could do the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs or whatever the fuck.
Well, that requires also some navigation, which he doesn't have, but the captain does. So, Whistle.
Just want to point out, we rolled the same total.
Yep.
I told Whistle, if you want to be the pilot, the captain already has the piloting skill. So, if you want to be the pilot, you better make sure you're better than he is.
It sounds like that was a very high bar.
Damn.
Damn.
In my defense, I thought he had better than an 11. So,
Also, you called me Whistle.
Oops.
Well, you do play. So first of all, I call Dib's characters by all of her character names.
Yep, sure do. Every single one of them.
So you are playing the second bird-like creature in a row.
Yeah, and I've been Clank a couple times.
Yep. You're playing the second giant, mostly robotic person in a row.
I have an aesthetic, what can I say?
I mean, same.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm basically playing Dib.
Right. Anyway,
Yeah, I just thought I'd point it out.
I have some questions for you, Needle. So as you're bringing the ship in, actually, these questions are for the captain. So, Captain, do you want your new pilot to bring the ship in stealthily?
Cool, yes, cool.
Or
yes.
swiftly? Or, like, what are your priorities? What sort of orders would you like to give to your crew? And how do you want this ship handling done?
You want me to do a barrel roll while we go in?
No, Livia says out loud, no.
So I think we
That
want
was
to come
not a
in.
character.
We probably want to come in from an angle, so that they don't necessarily see our re-entry trail. Probably from the back. If it's a mine, that means that there's at least some mountainous quality to the area. So we'll come in at an angle from behind, and I would say probably at least a mile or two out, so that if they do hear us coming in, they'll think it's for something else.
All right. Do you want to engage any of your various stealth systems on the approach?
Yes. Livia, yes.
Sure.
All right.
If they didn't, Livia
Then
would have been
give me a
like,
quick ship. Give me a ship handling check, please.
What was that?
The captain's giving me a ship handling check. All right. So that means that the captain is able to pick out an angle of approach and give good instructions to his pilot about how he wants this ship brought in. And the pilot, with a success by 4, is able to execute those instructions very well. So you come in from the other side of these mountains. The mountains that are being mined here, the mountainous region being mined, it's sort of what you might call a sawtooth mountain range. So it's not like lots of high peaks, but these sort of sloping mountains just sort of in sequence with each other, not quite connected, or they may have been connected at some point, but they're thoroughly eroded down by the long passage of time. And it's sort of just a set of low, like unusually, like exceedingly steep and rocky hills.
It's like the Appalachians as opposed to the Rockies.
That's
yes,
exactly what
you're
I was
definitely
thinking.
talking Appalachians, not Rockies. And so you make your entry into atmosphere actually a good 50 miles back, and then fly in low, no more than a mile or two, less than a mile high. Maybe like a kilometer and a half high. Come over the mountains and land on a relatively open stretch of land. It's not the most even ground, even with your landing gear adjusting as much as possible. You can't feel it from inside the ship because of the artificial gravity effectively covering it, but as you look out the window, you can tell that your ship is sitting at sort of a Dutch angle.
Whee.
Like the horizon isn't quite horizontal
Whee.
out the window of the bridge, but you have a clear landing spot that's about a mile and a half above, about a mile and a half back from the mine up the mountain. So,
I gear up.
Cyrulus is getting ready to asks the captain rather. I assume this is an all hands operation?
Might be a good idea.
The time of day, by the way, is about 3 hours till sunrise. No, more like about 5 hours, given the length of day.
Okay. So I probably should have thought about this long before we even started the game. Other than our bikes, do we have any other transportation?
So
Well,
you'd have to hike
walking.
How far away are
a
we?
mile and a half.
Oh, a mile and a half. That ain't bad.
About a mile and a half.
Oh, now though we can walk. We can walk that.
Get some
Do
water.
we want to do any? Do we want to do any sort of like recon or surveillance, or do we just want to like sneak in there?
It's
and
me. I'm your recon
Wait.
and surveillance.
Cirulas notes, as we were approaching, I was able to get some passive sensor returns on the area around the mine. There is an open pit mine section, but that doesn't appear to be heavily in use. There's equipment there and work going on, but the road to it is starting to get a little bit of overgrowth, which tells me it's not actually very active. Most of the activity seems to be coming out of shafts sunk into the side of the mountain here. There's
Okay.
a not walled, but like an area with a chain link fence with some sort of razor wire or barbed wire looped around the top, with a couple of secure entry points, and all of the structures and facilities of the camp seem to be inside it. It's less than a kilometer square, but it looks like entry into the mine is either going to mean some rock climbing
Oh,
or getting over or through that fence.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Olivia goes a little bit ahead of us to find the easiest and quietest breach point. Needle, you strike me as a bit of a sniper type. You think you could handle Overwatch?
I can do that. Yes.
I have a
All right, you
I
hang back.
got a question. This is relevant. I don't know if I would need to do like an intellect check of some kind, but the range on her railgun is abysmal. Would I be able to like point that out? Like that's not really a sniper type range.
You know, well, actually, to know that,
Like,
I would like you to give me a soldier check,
ooh,
please.
yeah, that sounds right. It's only 11, but it's something.
11, that's a success by...
Don't know yet. Oh, no, that's a failure. 12, 13, 14.
Your soldier's only a 10?
My soldier's 11, so I failed by... Hold on. 12, 13, 14. I failed by 3.
Okay. So, you don't recognize what the range on her weapon is.
Damn.
In particular, you can't actually see the ammunition. You know that weapons of that type are capable of some pretty disgusting range.
Okay.
You don't know the factor about this particular weapon's design use that gives it such poor range.
Sure. Alright.
Okay. Well then,
Like, it
just
can
wanted
shoot
to-
a kilometer distance. It's just that falls off very quickly, and you don't know the reason why.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, above table, we'll just leave it to Needle to decide how far back she needs to be to fulfill this like backup role. Siru, you're with me, and we'll see what we encounter when we get there.
Let's patch Needle into our comms
Roger that.
if we haven't already.
All right, you take a moment to do that. I'll make a quick check with the person who has that. Because does anyone else have electronics operation communications?
Let me check.
Don't think so.
No, I have.
I think Cyril is the only.
I have surveillance.
I've got security
So she's able to
and
set you up.
surveillance.
Able to set you up, get you all linked in. Yeah, Cyrilos has electronics operations, comms, and sensors, which are relevant skills in some of these situations. You know, she's a soldier, and that's a skill she's come up with. So she gets you all linked in, and is armored up. So she's good at putting on her full armor. So she's got her clamshell and boots and her her infantry helmet and her weapon with a set of spare power cells, and also for Needle's benefit, a rather incongruously simple looking item to go with all this high-tech soldiery. A little, like, it looks like a tiny little one-handed Viking axe kind of a deal, like a little hatchet with a elaborately worked head and carved handle.
Ebony, can you are you watching like my stream on like a separate tab or anything?
I haven't opened yet.
Okay, so you see Livia walk out of the armory looking like this shit, like, which is a far cry from what you've seen her before. So give you a general sense of what kind of gear she's sporting, and she'll like click a couple buttons on her like mini computer, and she will go like incorporeal. Like, you can kind of see her because you know
Almost
where
invisible.
she is. Yeah, nearly invisible. You can kind of see her shimmer because you saw her do it. But that gives you an immediate sense of what kind of skill set this character might have.
Just like Cyrilos, whose equipment is all clearly military issue, and the captain, who looks like a gunslinger.
He's a little bit bulkier now because he's got his clamshell on, but he's got his got his coat over it.
Now, I want to know from you, Needle, what armor are you going to choose to wear?
Well, she assumes that there's not going to be much fighting, so she's just going to be wearing her vest under her normal clothing.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so, in contrast to the rest of the group that is armed and armored up fully, Needle seems unconcerned.
Bulletproof vest, that's all I need.
They have their vest, and they've got their rifle, and their odd large flashlight thing, and some other stuff, but don't appear to be looking for, appear to be expecting a serious fight. So, you folks set out. I would like a hiking check.
Oh, I thought I had that, but now I'm not sure.
You should have that. I think we tried to add that to your character sheet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's at default, but it's there. Good lord.
Well, I succeed by 6.
Jesus.
How much? Yeah. Now, mind you, there's a small penalty, I think, due to the amount of equipment you're carrying.
Oh,
but still.
shit. Hell yeah.
Is there?
What?
Okay, go ahead. I kicked this roll's ass. But go ahead.
What do you have?
So
Who's talking first?
Sorry. Hiking check.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Success by 3, and that's at default. My hiking is 7, and I still managed to get it.
So you rolled. So did you roll a? You said you rolled a 3 or a 4 then?
4. 3, 4. Oh, actually, a success by 2. I saw the 3 wrong.
Oh, so you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
You rolled a 5. Okay, very good. You succeed. So does Needle. And so does Struvas. And so does the captain.
Look at that.
So yeah,
Woo!
you folks set out and make good time hiking down the mountainside. Unfortunately, to move further, we're going to need yet another map that I have not had time to prepare because of my vacation. So, we're going to make this a 2 character point session,
Oh,
even though it was a little on the short end.
it's on the
But
cusp of a
We're going to
normal one.
leave you. We're going to leave you approaching this this mine, and we will pick up next week with a map.
Yippee!
Okie dokie.
Great.
So
I want
Are
to
you
say,
using
points to spend how we want.
yes,
If I'm just-
if you want, you can spend them all at once. You can save them up. It's worth noting that skills in particular, you can use the increment button, the increment option, to increase the number of points you have in the skill without necessarily increasing the level until it ticks over the right number of points. So if you got some skill you want to level up and you just don't have enough points, you can just put put points into the skill and buy the essentially partial levels until it ticks over.
Good
Olivia,
to know.
do you want to show? I don't know if Ebony already knows this. How to add point notation at the top of the character sheet.
I mean, I see that they've.
I think they already know,
Oh.
because I think we did that already over the course of setting up the character.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by point notation, but I assume I'm doing it. Just don't know his name.
So,
The thing
if
that you
you
do
want to watch.
the-
All right.
every session, instead of just changing the total number of character points your character is worth, you'd add a new, go to the place where we set your beginning character point value, and you can add a new line, essentially, where you'd add character
I've
points
not
and
been
say
doing
what
that.
it's for. Okay. That's how what you'd want to do is, now that we're on, we've finished a session, you'd go up in the same place where we set your starting point value and just create a new line that is worth +2 points, and it would say something like, 8, 10, 26 session or something that tells you, this is where I got these character points.
Like, I've got it up on my screen
All right.
as an example.
Got it.
Great.
Yeah, I got it right.
Okay.
Set it up.
Great.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, Ebony. I am enjoying having this group growing and
Yay!
diversifying its skill set, and I look forward to folks finding out just how, like, your character is the first one who's not a career adventurer of some sort.
Like,
Because we've got a career bounty hunter, a career, fixer for Cyberpunk Megacorp, a career soldier. We got 3 career adventurers, and then we have you.
guilt complex, nightmares,
And I look
obsession,
forward to that.
flashbacks. That's okay. I've got insomnia. I also can't sleep. It's fine.
I didn't say that they didn't have a career adventurer's level of trauma. I just said that they weren't a career adventurer. So,
What was that skill?
That's
you
a
said
session?
for gunning.
What now?
gunner, beams,
Oh.
or gunner, let's see. The other one would be gunner missiles to use the torpedoes.
That's in Ultratech.
No, they're just basic set skills.
Okay.
The gunner skill.
I'm leveling up my electronics stuff because that stuff's way too low. Okay,
So yeah,
gave myself an extra 10% on those.
that's a session.
Yep, sounds like it. It was fun.
All right, I'm
Excited for
Yeah,
next
GG.
one.
I will. Yeah.
GG.
All right.
Alright.